So you're happy with how the season started?
Incredibly happy. I think the balance throughout the league has been really great. I think the attendances across the board have been fantastic. I mean, seeing the lineups outside of the opener in Perth is just, it gave me goosebumps, you know. Mainstream media right across the board has been unprecedented. And I think, you know, credit has to be, given to all ice hockey, to the entire community, from yourselves to the teams, to the league. I think everyone's getting on board, and I think it's fair to say that this has probably been the best start we've had in our 12-year history.
How important is that growing media coverage?
I think it's important because I think at the moment what I'd like to see is 100% sellouts across every venue, because that directly funds the teams. We have a structure where the league has its own costs and budgets, but the teams themselves clearly have the biggest cost to bear with ice time and travel and imports and all the rest. So if the mainstream media leads to packed arenas every single weekend, the teams themselves will directly benefit. Now the league can benefit from that by hopefully capitalizing on some major sponsorship, some television rights, and some of the things that we have, set as goals.
Yep. What do you see as the next step for the league at this point?
Well, I think the next step would be continuing to support the teams with the development path that we're going on now. And I think by doing that, we can continue to support their junior development programs. We can continue to support Ice Hockey Australia and the referee development programs that we've implemented recently. But as far from a direct league perspective, we have got some irons in the fire in terms of television rights as well as major sponsorships. So I think, directly with the teams, assisting in the junior developments and filling their houses or their arenas every week, working with Ice Hockey Australia and their referees, and then again finally closing some of these major sponsorship deals that then will lead to hopefully some television coverage.
Very good. Just finally, what's the process that the league will go through to decide on Vinnie Hughes' suspension after the weekend? Not in terms of how long it'll be, but can you explain what the process is?
The referee-in-chief provided me with a summary of penalties, and there are some automatic suspensions that come along with those penalties. I think there was 5 offenses in total. From what I don't have the actual game sheet in front of me, but there was, I think, 5 incidences, of which 3 carried automatic suspensions and 2 carried automatic tribunals. So the process is that we've got a very qualified tribunal that will be convening this week, and they have a process that's very thorough, very professional, very fair. And then post that tribunal, we will advise all players. There was a number of suspensions, unfortunately, this weekend across a few games. So that's the process that we'll go through. But I think 3 of the penalties that were handed out in that particular incident carry automatic suspensions.
All right. Thank you very much for that.